Hi, I'm Lee. Welcome to the channel. I hope you're having a lovely day. I'm a short, overweight, middle-aged white dude. I've got thinning brown hair, black gloss, I'm wearing a grey t-shirt, and I'm leaning up against my Model Y because I did a bad thing. Now, we got paint protection for the car, but not for the whole car, because when we got it, we just spent a bundle of money, and I wasn't quite ready to spend the bundle of money extra to paint protection the whole front of the car. So we got the front done, we got the sides of the car. We didn't get this area here. You know, this area here where I've got a paint chip. Now, I've got no idea how it happened, but there it is. And it's it's like a dead pixel. Once you see it, you can't really unsee it. But luckily for us, Jowua, who I partner up on various different videos to do stuff with, make an accessory to fix that, which is this. It is a touch-up pen for the car. So the theory is that it's a little bit of paint sort of thing, and you just apply it to the area that needs fixing, and you just sort of paint over it a bit. It's kind of like Tipex if you're from South Africa, or whiteout, I think they call it in Australia. Now, there is a little bit of a concern with this because there's not a huge amount of instructions on this. So it says touch-up pen, directions, clean the surface, shake well, use brush to apply paint, close tightly after each use. Okay, so let's go ahead and clean the surface really quickly. I'm just going to put that there, and I've got my little cleany thing. And we'll give it a nice little rub over so the area is nice and clean. It needs a bit more, a bit of a tighter rub. And this has got some sort of cleaning solutions that the paint protection people gave me to clean the car. I might actually do a video. Let me know in the comments if you'd like to see a video of, oh, you can really see it when it's clean, can't you? Oh, it doesn't. That hurts to see that. And let's just make sure that it's nice and dry. So yeah, I'll do a video about how I clean the car, because the paint protection people showed me a very sort of process to do it. It's not a big deal, but I've gotten better at it. So let's go have a look at how this applies. Now, before I do apply this, I'm going to put on gloves because, and I really hope that this is, these warnings on here are because they have to legally protect themselves. Because let me read you what the warning label says. Highly flammable liquid and vapor, harmful if swallowed, causes skin irritation, causes serious eye irritation, may cause respiratory irritation, may cause drowsiness or dizziness, suspected of causing cancer, suspected of damaging fertility or the unborn child, may cause damage to organs through prolonged or repeated exposure. So I've brought gloves. But wait, there's more. On the other side, vapor harmful. May affect the brain or nervous system, okay, there's all of that, or nausea, causes eye, skin, nose, and throat irritation, may be harmful if absorbed through skin, harmful if swallowed, keep away from heat, sparks and flames, do not smoke, use only, well, I mean, you just shouldn't smoke, that's a given, use only with adequate ventilation, do not breathe vapors, ensure fresh air entry during application and drying, avoid contact with eyes, skin, and clothing, first aid. Eye contact, flush immediately with plenty of water for several minutes and get medical attention. Skin contact, wash thoroughly with soap and water. If you experience difficulty in breathing, leave the area to obtain fresh air. If swallowed, do not induce vomiting. Call physician immediately. Storage, store it in a well-ventilated space. Keep container tightly closed, keep cool. Discount code is EVEASY if you want to buy that, and I do get a bit of a cut on that. I really hope they're just being overcautious with that. So let's go ahead and put some gloves on, you know, for safety. Whenever I put on gloves like these, it always makes me think of that Simpsons line, oh, the goggles, they do nothing. Also makes me think of the airport, don't ask me why. So, gloves on, wrong way. And let's go ahead and open this up. And, oh, okay, so there's, oh, hello. Okay, so it looks like there's a little, let me just put that over there. So there's a little, like, applicator brush. I don't know. Oh, and it's covered in plastic stuff, so no, it's okay. Let me just take the gloves off. Riveting viewing, I know. Let me just get that. Ah, there we go, just twist and it came off. And then, oh. I really hope I'm not going to stuff things up, because I'm not particularly. Touch up, okay, all the danger stuff. Clean surface, yep, shake well. Use brush to apply paint. Okay, so here's the brush. Interesting that I don't mention any instructions on what to do with the brush once you've used it. I presume you wash or burn the brush after using it. But let's go ahead and put the glove back on. I am genuinely a little bit nervous because I don't want to stuff things up, and I'm always concerned with things like this that, because I'm not particularly handy, I'm just going to make things even worse. But let's see how we go. Okay, so I'm hamming it up now. I'm sorry. I ham things up when I'm nervous. Okay, put that there. Open that up. Okay, I'm confused because there's a brush. Ah, okay, so that's a very fine brush. Okay, so we're going to use the fine brush. So let's get the fine brush because it's a tiny, tiny spot. It's not exactly the same color. It's like a light blue almost, but I suppose that's going to cover it up a little bit. Maybe I need to shake it more. I'm sure when looking at it, people won't notice, but I'm a little bit, I think it would be better if it was a darker blue. I don't know if you can see that, but it's kind of like a lighter blue. So it's not exactly the same blue. Again, it's one of those things where from, far away you wouldn't notice, but, I don't know, maybe I'm scared to get too close in case I'm breathing some of it. Let me just try and put a little bit more on. Okay, well that's the same sort of blue. Maybe I'm supposed to put on more. This is riveting viewing, isn't it? I'll try the big applicator. Oh, okay, that's plenty. That's too much. Let's go ahead and brush that off. Ah, okay, no, that definitely works better. And my assistant is running to get me a tissue. Okay, so I was a little bit too delicate in terms of how much I was putting on. And if I put it on a fair bit thicker, but now I need to remove that. And I do this so you don't have to. Thank you. I'm just going to dab, dab, dab. Dab, dab, dab. Yeah. I'm going to try and wash some of that off without touching it. So my very kind assistant / wife has pointed out that what I've done wrong is that what I need to do is I need to actually just dab a little bit on, let it dry a little bit, and then dab a little bit more on, and let it dry a little bit, and dab a little more. Like I have to sort of layer it. In fact, if you look now, that's a lot closer to the actual color. And I think that's actually going to work quite well. So let me just touch a little bit more. So my two main bits of criticism about this product is, number one, the warning labels are terrifying. Now I appreciate you probably don't want to get sued, but I don't know what to do about that. And secondly, I think there needs to be better instructions on the website about how to apply this. Now again, looking at that isn't perfect, and I'll probably reapply a little bit here and there over the next sort of coming days, but also there aren't any instructions in terms of how long I have to leave it to dry between applications or things like that. So I will definitely be following up with Jowua in terms of how to, if they can supply better instructions on how to better use this. Looking at it from a distance, like you'd have to get like this close in order to actually see it, and you'd have to be looking for it. So, I actually reckon that's actually done a pretty good job. Because if I go like this far away, if I'm like 4 or 5 feet away from it, I can't even see it. And you probably can't even see it. In fact, I'll zoom in. It's okay. You'd have to come really, really close. In fact, I'm not even sure where it is now. Yeah. Like you'd have to come really, really close. And even then, you got to see the light and the right angle and so on. So yeah, you know what? Actually, it is pretty good.
Yeah.
So again, the code, if you do want to get this and give it a go yourself, EV Easy, and I'll put that in the comments below. I do get a little bit cut of that. I do always mention that because I just want to make sure that's clear. Yeah, if you have found this helpful, if you have found this useful, please like and subscribe. If you have already subscribed, thank you so much for your support, and we'll catch you on the next one. Safe and happy driving. Okay, now I don't want to touch anything with anything. Yeah, I think overall it definitely looks better. You know what? It's just.
I'd stop the film on that one.
Yeah, no, I know that. I think just from my perspective, actually, I'll just hit record again quickly. See if we can get something out of it. Yeah. You know what? Look, it definitely looks better.
Yes.
I think maybe my expectations were a little bit unrealistic.
Yes.
Like
you were expecting it to not be able to see it all.
Yeah, I was expecting it to sort of blend in and.
But I mean, it does. If you actually look at it now, if you look at it closely, you can kind of see there's a bit of a mark there.
Yeah.
But the colour
It is a lot closer. Yeah.
Like
yeah.
it actually matches.
Yeah.
I think it's a good product. I think better instructions would be good.
Yeah.
To know, like, even if it's just some tips and tricks, a case of build it up, start small, build it up. You can always add more. It's hard to take off.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I think it looks good.
Yeah. Yeah, not bad.
I think you did a good job.
Thanks, my love.